Hello everyone, welcome to Kill the Cast presents Jerry Hates Action, where I hate action and people get mad at me for it. Joining me as always is the ever-quotable Jay.
I need your clothes, your boots, and your motorcycle.
Yeah, that's called theft? No, I'm calling the cops. Speaking of motorcycles, also with us as always, the Silent Hill biker himself, Kenneth.
One of my favorite scenes in the movie is when he's strolling through the bar right before he says that shit to that dude, and that chick just stops in her tracks, and she just looks at him, and she's like, "Oh," you know what I'm saying? That shit's great.
I
Sick
definitely do the
perversions.
same thing.
Wait, you do the same thing as in you walk around naked in bars, or you stare at naked people's penises?
Both.
No, I would. I'd be like, oh yeah.
I'm always trying to catch a glimpse of Jay's penis.
Oh, okay. Well, there
I'll
we
just
go.
send it.
All right, so today we are doing Terminator 2 Judgment Day from 1991, directed by James Cameron, featuring Arnold Schwarzenegger, Linda Hamilton, Edward Furlong, Robert Patrick, and a whole bunch of other people. So that's what we're doing. So we had to do this because for the longest time I've said I don't like Terminator and Terminator 2. But Terminator 2 is held in such high regard. I literally have only ever heard one person say they like the first movie over the second movie. So with that being said, it was time for me to rewatch a movie I have probably not watched in over 10 years to see if my thoughts have changed any.
And now it's your favorite movie.
No, okay, so here's what's funny. I'm going to spoil something right off the bat. I like the movie. I do. But
Still my beating heart.
here's the thing. After watching the movie, I didn't think about it for the rest of the week. It didn't stay
That's
in my
okay.
thoughts. It didn't, after the movie was over, I wasn't blown away by it. I was like, okay, it was a good movie. It's better than I thought it was. The story is solid. The special effects were good. I definitely will have to reverse my stance on this one. But it's not one of those movies that I would watch every year or even every couple of years. Nor do I feel the urge to watch it. I really don't like Linda Hamilton in this movie. I'm going to say it off the bat.
Really?
Her as an actress and her as Sarah Connor. But Sarah Connor's a jerk. Okay? She's a jerk to her son the entire movie. She's an asshole. Her son is nothing but grateful and trying to take care of her. And she is just a dick. I wanted to share that. I also, to help myself enjoy this movie, I took away any thoughts about time travel because I knew it would sour me on the movie. So I put all time travel thoughts aside. In fact, I told Kenneth, my first note in this movie is, and I quote, showing him in the future while telling us a Terminator was going back to the past, ... You know what? Never mind. Because I knew I had to take it out of it, or else I would sit there and hark on everything, and that wasn't going to be a good experience for me. I was going to sour it before I even started it. So,
I'm actually glad that you did that, like I told you before. Because there's just some movies out there, man, that you've got to... you just kind of got to ignore anything that can go into extreme scientific process on it, especially time travel. Because no matter what you do in time travel, there's no way that you're not going to find some kind of hole in any kind of time travel if you spend enough time thinking about it.
yeah, exactly. And I'm one of those people that I get stuck on time travel and I can't move forward. I can't enjoy the movie. It's happened with Back to the Future. It's just something that gets me and that I just can't seem to get past. So for an action movie, not that much action. So that was good. I never felt like anything was excessive or overly used for the hell of it. It wasn't, here's an explosion, here's an explosion, here's an explosion. In fact, the movie is very much driven by the story.
Tried to tell you.
Look, Jay, no one wants you to try to tell them shit. Do or do not. There is no try. You failed at telling me because you tried. If you would have just done it, like Yoda said, you would have succeeded. I'm sorry, I know I shouldn't be quoting better movies while I'm reviewing this movie.
I actually like Terminator better than Star Wars.
Get the fuck out of here. You like Terminator 2 over Empire Strikes Back?
Yeah.
Homie, no.
Just, hey, listen.
I'm taking that nerd card right now. No, give me your nerd card. Fucking over.
Let me talk. Not on like a technical or any kind of like objective scale, strictly for my pure entertainment.
Yeah, and I'm still taking your nerd card, homie.
You can't take my nerd card.
I'm taking that shit. Terminator 2 over Empire Strikes Back. Oh my god. Y'all let us know in the Facebook group. Maybe after this episode comes out, I'll give it a couple days and I'll put up a poll. Empire Strikes Back versus Terminator 2.
So I like Star Wars, but I've never had a huge attachment to it the way that a lot of people do. It was never introduced to me by like my parents or anything like that. I just watched it when it was on TV. I've never really been super into it.
I'm so disappointed in your parents.
Actually, Star Wars was introduced to me when I was a kid by my dad, but I didn't hardcore get into it until I got older.
I was always into it.
I enjoyed watching it when I was a kid, and I'm sorry, Jedi is my favorite, but I actually prefer to watch that one over Empire. I'm not saying that Empire is not a fucking fantastic film.
Jedi's so uneven. Like,
I just dig it. I like fucking when it really comes down to it. I really like Luke's arrogance in Jedi.
I wish they would have. So originally, in Jedi, because obviously Han Solo was frozen in carbonite because they didn't know if Harrison Ford was going to come back. They were actually going to make Lando Calrissian the Han Solo of the movie, and when Harrison Ford decided to come back, they obviously changed that. But Harrison Ford wanted to die early on in the movie so Lando could still be that person, and they didn't allow it. Actually, almost everybody was behind it. But George Lucas,
he just turns around and does the same thing 40 years later.
He does, but the George Lucas and as some people close to George Lucas said, the toy business was in his ear too much.
Good old toys.
Yeah, so that's interesting. Okay, back to this fucking movie, Terminator 2.
Okay, so I understand that you don't like the character of Sarah Connor, but do you just not like Linda Hamilton's acting?
Dude, I keep trying to say that, like, you know, that's how her character is. She's just kind of, like, she's been through a lot, and she has this weight on her shoulder of her son becoming the savior to humanity and all this stuff.
She's fucking crazy.
No, but that's the thing. She's not crazy. She's 100% sane.
No, she's crazy. She's crazy and sane at the same time. Like, I thoroughly believe that. I think that the shit. I mean, think about this, man.
I would say she has.
Hold on. Let Kenneth finish. Let Kenneth finish it because I gotta hear his whole thing so I can retort.
Think about this, okay? This chick that's just out partying or whatever, fucking goddamn gets attacked by this big motherfucker. Then goddamn this other dude that she's never met before, fucking damn comes and it says that he's from the future and he's gonna save her life and blah blah blah. They end up fucking. He ends up getting killed. She damn near gets killed by this fucking machine that damn used to be this big dude. All in the span of a couple of days. And then she goes and then she fucking tries to help her son become who Kyle says that she's supposed to be. She ends up getting locked up. She's in there. She's trying to explain to these people what the fuck's going on. They obviously think that she's fucking crazy. There ain't no telling how much fucking medicine, Thorazine, and everything else has been pumped in her fucking body. And then on top of that, she's got to fucking come to terms with the fact that the thing that tried to kill her in the first one, she's got to get around and fucking goddamn trust this son of a bitch in the second part.
Yeah, it doesn't take her long to do that. Okay, Jay,
but
what were
I'm
you...
just saying.
Okay, well,
ahead,
Jay, what were you going to say?
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I was saying that it's more like she has PTSD and is sane. Because there's nothing, she's not crazy. Everything she's saying and believes is 100% factual within the realm of the movie. She still has presence of mind to, take the paperclip and break out and repeatedly try and break out. And plus there's what is John, like 12, 13, 14? There's 14 years of shit we don't see between the first and second movie.
I believe they say he's 10.
10, whatever.
Which is
He doesn't
way
look
too
10,
young.
and he's driving a fucking dirt bike. I was always jealous of that damn dirt bike. It's like, I want a dirt bike. This kid has a dirt bike. That ain't fair.
All right, fuck the dirt bike. Get back to the topic at hand.
That is the topic.
Okay,
So,
then I'm taking over.
But
Okay.
no, that's fine. I was done with what I was saying. I feel like it's more PTSD.
I actually agree with
insanity.
Jay. I think PTSD or anxiety or something like that, but I do not feel that she is crazy. Like, I do not feel like she is insane. She knows perfectly what was going on. She has much more emotional baggage than another person. But I absolutely just cannot agree with her being crazy. She's not crazy.
Then I'll give that to y'all. She's got PTSD. But that goes back to my original question. Do you think that Linda Hamilton did a shitty job portraying this character?
I just didn't believe it. She was portraying what I think she should have been portraying. It just never hit with me. It never, like, every time she was on screen, it never worked for me. It just didn't seem to fit. It didn't seem to work. Like, and that's with being next to a child actor who did an okay job. To be honest, I think the acting in this movie is mediocre at best. Kenneth did tell me to watch for these little small subtle things that Arnold Schwarzenegger does, and I will give him credit. He did a fantastic job portraying a robot in more than like a joke sense. Like, there are these really small subtle things that he does that are absolutely fantastic, even though I do think towards the end of the movie he loses almost all of that. But you could say that's because of his training from Connor. You know, teaching him new words and shit like that. Becoming more human, yeah. But for some reason, I was just like, I don't know why it's not hitting me. It could be a personal thing, but I was not feeling Sarah Connor as a character. I wasn't feeling the acting. I wasn't feeling her story. I just wasn't connecting with it. I was just like, I almost kind of wish you weren't in this movie. It just, like, I felt it hurt John's story with him trying to become, you know, the savior of the future and all of this. I just think I would have enjoyed the story more without Sarah in it.
That's fair. I mean, there's only a couple of times in the movie where I think that her acting was kind of like, it was a hit or miss for the moment, me personally, and both of them were really emotional parts. Like the one scene where she they're viewing the tape of her where she's telling the story of her dream. And, you know, because she's sitting in front of the fucking therapist and she's trying to convince him that she's been good for 6 months so she should be able to see her son, and they're watching the tape, where her portrayal in the tape, I think, was kind of shitty. And then the scene where right after she tries to fucking kill, what's his name? Cyberdyne dude.
Miles.
Right after she fucking tries to kill him and she's all crying and shit. I didn't really like that either. So it's those kind of emotional things that I really didn't like from her. But overall, I enjoyed her character there. I like the fact that she got all fucking swole up. Well, not really swole up, but ripped to do it. So I think she put her time in. I think she put her chops in. That scene where she fucking the whole segment where she's breaking out of the mental institution, I really like that.
Yeah, that was really good and enjoyable. It was also believable. Right, which is another strong point to that scene.
Right. Like that scene where dude fucking licks her face and she doesn't even move. I have to give credit to the actress for that. Because she doesn't, you don't even see her eyes twitch.
For
sure. I thought that was really, really good. So, I mean, it's kind of a hit or a miss, but just to throw one in there for her, do you know they got her twin sister to come in and do that scene where they're, where the T-1000 turns into her when they're in the thing at the end?
Oh wow, that's actually pretty dope because I could
I didn't know
not
she
really
had a
tell.
twin sister.
Yep, she does. She's got a twin sister. It's Linda and Sarah Hamilton, and there's actually two sets of twins in the movie because when they do that scene with the guards inside the mental institution, where he kills him in front of the fucking vending machine, that's twins also.
Now, see, I knew that because they're in Gremlins too.
Oh yeah.
They're the scientists.
But yeah, she's got a twin too.
Jay, what's your take on my whole opinion of Sarah Connor, Linda Hamilton?
Well, I mean, it's your opinion, so I can't really. I disagree with it. I have a completely opposite opinion. I guess Kenneth sounds like he's in the middle, and I'm on the complete opposite of you. I've always loved Sarah Connor. I've always dug her character. I have no problem with her acting whatsoever. That could be more biased than anything, though, since this is one of those movies that I've watched growing up and continue to watch almost throughout my life. But I've always loved her character. I love how badass she is. I love everything out. The only thing that I noticed that I didn't really like was how they go through all this trouble to show how badass she is. They show her like where she used to hang out in Mexico. They show her escaping, which didn't really go bad until the Terminator showed up. So she probably would have got out of there if it wasn't for the Terminators intervening. The only thing I didn't like is how she fucking misses Miles with with 2 magazines worth of ammo. I'm like, what? No,
Oh yeah,
that's just for the story. You would have hit him dead on. Your character, everything you've told me about your character within this movie says you would have hit that guy no problem.
Yep,
Even after he stood up.
That was the one thing I had in my notes about where I 100% thought the movie did go excessive, and I think I kind of wrote it off as it being them trying to build up to her not killing him scene, which I thought was fucking whack.
But yeah, so besides her sudden inability to aim correctly, I love her character. I've always loved her character, and the TV show they did was fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, that really was a good show. The Sarah Connor Chronicles.
So
was really
pissed
good.
that it got canceled on a fucking cliffhanger.
Yeah,
No
that
idea
show
what
was
you're
real
talking
good.
about.
You should watch it, dude. It's
Fox
a good
did
show.
a show called the Sarah
No,
Connor Chronicles.
Jay, just stop. I don't care.
Okay.
Terminator 2 is not good enough to make me watch a TV show.
Well, I'm not asking you to watch it. You just didn't know what we were talking about, so I was just going to explain the plot a little bit, but that's fine.
Yeah, no, I don't. Skynet wants to make sure everyone's having sex with a sex robot instead of an actual person in procreation, but they still need us around as cattle, so they implement, a Chinese-like procreation law, but they keep the sex dolls around because they actually use that to, like, solar energy, except it's fuck energy, and they use that to power. I know what you're talking about. I'm writing the horrorporn.com version, I'm sure, but it's close. All right, so one of the things that I did fucking love is that when Arnold and even though Mercury Dudes doesn't make sense, but Arnold, when he drops in, it cuts off part of the truck. That was fucking dope. But then they ruined it when they did Mercury Man dropping in because his is like in the middle of a fucking fence, but part of the fence is still there. It just didn't look as cool. I get that they don't drop down, they appear in like a half bubble or something. Right. But I was like, come on, you did a badass subtle one for Arnold Schwarzenegger, but for him you just have a fence? Fucking up.
Yep. Cut the hole in the chain link fence.
Yeah. $88 million, and that's the best you could do. Pissing me off.
Like the biggest thing that I dislike about this movie is just little subtle shit. Because again, I think the story to me is solid. I think it's great. You know what I'm saying? I love the way they went with it. I think it is much better than the first one. It is damn sure much better than the third one. The third one was garbage. And I really enjoyed it, but for me, it's just little shit. It's little shit. Like, I don't think that John Connor would have been easily able to move the Terminator. Like when he's sitting there and he's pulling on his arm or stuff like that. I just don't. It's little shit like that I'm just like, if they would have incorporated things like that.
Hold up. What do you mean move? Like emotionally?
No. Physically. Like
physically.
Okay.
Oh, well, but here's the thing. Couldn't you explain that away by since the Terminator has to obey everything John says, Do you not think maybe there's something in there, you know, when it takes him, John putting hands on Schwarzenegger, on the Terminator kind of takes it as a command, a physical command?
I don't mean like that. I mean like when he throws his arms up against him at the end of it when he hits him because he's leaving and he moves rocks. That's what I'm saying. Like little shit, little tiny shit. Because I feel like it'd be like him, if in my personal opinion in real life, I feel like it'd be like hitting a brick wall. The same thing with that conversation you and I were having about the weight of these things, you know. But they touch on that in the third one, like I said before. They touch on how heavy these fucking things would be. But in this one, they don't really touch on it at all.
Oh yeah, because we talked about that the first chase scene where Mercury is chasing after fucking Kid Dynamite Connor and Arnold's following them, and like that truck going off that truck, there's no way in fuck that truck would have kept going. And then there's no way in living fuck that Harley would have kept going. That Harley would have exploded.
Yeah.
Fucking 100%.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean,
Fucking
that was,
pounds of...
if I'm not mistaken, that bike that Arnold was riding was a 1992 Harley Davidson Fat Boy. And damn, when Arnold would have hit the ground, if not anything else, because I know the shocks wouldn't take a drop like that on a Harley, but if not anything else, the weight of that Terminator would have cut that bike in half.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Little shit like that they didn't take into consideration in this movie. Like I said, when you know, you see a little bit of it when they're doing the high five thing when they're in Mexico. You know what I'm saying? Where you know, fucking Arnold just casually gives him, you know, gives him five, and he's like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying, when his hand's hurting.
Yeah.
But I figure in reality, if the Terminator had done that, he'd have probably broke his fucking hand.
Well, I'm sure he has like a power level resistance for if he has to shake someone's hand or something else that will blend in with society. I honestly believe that because I've gave someone a high five. There's a guy I work with he works out all the fucking time, and I hate when he wants to high five me. Because I'm just like, God damn it, this is gonna suck.
Right, okay, so I'll give you that one. But like I said, the same thing when John's like getting all pissed off because he's wanting to dunk himself into the damn the molten metal at the end of it. Yeah, I feel like that if they'd have made it to where John looked like he was hitting a brick wall, it would have been more realistic. But like I said, it's just little shit like that, little tiny shit that really doesn't matter. Just shit that gets under my skin. You know, kind of like when we were talking about the Prowler.
Yeah,
that kind of shit.
Yes.
But otherwise, I think it's a fucking great movie. I like the idea. Do trucks with fucking liquid nitrogen really ride around like that?
I see. You got to transport it somehow.
I mean, that just seems so fucking dangerous to me. For a truck to just be riding down the road with fucking goddamn 1,000 fucking gallons of goddamn liquid nitrogen.
I mean, technically, if it wrecked, it would do more damage, like physically, to everything else besides humans, because it probably wouldn't even touch a human unless you had your windows down or something, or it tipped over in a like busy city, but by that point it'd probably be going so slow that the tank probably wouldn't actually break or spill. Like, it only spilled because it was going super fucking fast.
True. I don't know, I've seen some, I mean, going fast, right? I've seen some pretty crazy shit out here on I-85 in Atlanta, man.
Yeah, well, Jay, what were you going to say?
So I did some Googling while you guys were talking, and according to special features interviews with writers and stuff, a T-800, the model that Arnold is, wouldn't weigh much more than a regular human because the metals are lightweight alloys and whatnot. So he's probably around 220, 240.
Oh, okay, cool.
That Harley still would have fucking snapped in half.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the bike itself isn't designed to jump off a jump like that. I'm just saying as far as everything else.
Oh, okay. All right. So,
nothing officially stated in the movies, but the people that made it are like, yeah, that's the reason.
Yeah. So my favorite person in this movie is Mercury. He is the shit. Because every time I had questions about him, the movie did a decent job of answering. For instance, when Mercury, meets the cop, I was just like, So did he leave the cop naked, or did he take the clothes, or what? And later on, without telling you specifically, it does kind of explain. No, that cop is not naked. He didn't have to take the clothes. He can morph into the clothes. He just had to take things like the gun and the chapstick and stuff like that. Because he can morph into anything as long as it's not chemical or complex machinery.
Right. Yeah, basically John asked all the questions that us as the audience would be asking. It's like, wait, why doesn't he just turn into a bomb? And I was like, you can't.
Yeah, this isn't Transformers. He's not Megatron. He can't just transform into a gun.
I wish.
Yeah.
That's what the Terminator in the third one does.
Yeah. I like, I thought it was hilarious when Sarah Connor was trying to explain to them that she's not crazy and she understands it was all delusions, but they threw it back in her face, be like, we understand you're smart enough to tell us what you want, but you forgot we're smart enough to know that you're playing and we've seen this before. And I was like, damn, in your face, Sarah.
Yeah, she's terrible at manipulating therapists. She's better at that.
She's pretty terrible at human interaction, period.
But in their face, in a few years, they're going to all get cooked to death anyway.
Nah, not according to the end of this movie.
Mm-hmm.
And I haven't seen further movies, so this is the only ending I know. Well, I've seen the third one, but it was awful, and I never plan on rewatching it again.
Don't blame me.
I absolutely want to play in that fucking Afterburner arcade machine. Holy shit.
Yeah, that was always fun.
Oh my god.
Jerry, have you never done that before?
No, I've never played in an Afterburner arcade machine.
Really? Oh
cool
man, it's so fun.
Dude.
Yeah, no, I've been in more advanced ones from like the early 2000s.
Oh, okay.
But so I've been in ones like that, but I want to play the Afterburner one. That shit is fucking dope.
It's so fun.
The hallway shootout was great, except for the disc on Mercury. Those look fucking awful. They're so fake and flimsy. Yeah, his holes. They're so fake and flimsy. They looked fucking horrible.
I agree with Jerry. I think they look like shit.
I thought they looked great, but then again,
No. There are certain times in the movie where they look good, but that's only like one scene where they look really good. All the other ones look clearly like taped on tinfoil.
Yeah, I was just going to say, there's a difference between when they look good is when they're actually CG. When they don't look good is when they're practical. And that's one of the few times that I'll ever say that.
Mm.
Yeah.
But
I have to rewatch it with a more objective eye.
That was the point of this podcast, Jay. Come on now.
No, this is You Hate Action, not we need to analyze my favorite movies and make them
Yeah,
sad.
but you're supposed to be ready for me to, like, make you see things in a new way. So you're supposed to be here like, all right, I watched this movie. I looked for things he could have fucking hated. I'm going to prove this cocksucker wrong. As soon as this motherfucker says something about Sarah Connor, ooh, I'm going to shut his shit down.
It's like, going back to what you were saying, that scene, and I've mentioned this to Jerry when we were talking about it before, that scene where he's chasing after them in the cop car when they're leaving the fucking, the mental institution, and his arms are fucking flailing out like he's Steven Seagal. That looks fucking terrible.
Yeah, you can so fucking tell he's got this, like, huge vest on underneath this fucking shirt.
Yeah, it was awful.
My favorite scene in the entire movie is when Blade, dressed up as redneck stepmom, fucking arm blades that fucking shitty stepdad in the mouth.
Oh man, I remember the first time I saw that, I was like, holy shit, that's awesome.
I remember the first time I saw it too.
Oh yeah, tell that story, Kenneth, because that was a good story.
Fuck you, Jerry.
You think you're just gonna make this like little sly comment and I ain't gonna call you out on it? Come on now.
When I was a kid, when this movie came out,
tell you a little story, bitch.
I got to see it, and when me and my dad got done watching it, that scene where the fucking thing goes through the milk carton and through that dude's head fucked with me so bad that I actually had nightmares the night that I watched that movie.
Damn.
Because it looks so fucking real.
It does.
That, to me, I agree with Jerry. That's one of the best effects in the movies. Because even you can see, if you watch real close, you can see the fucking piece of metal moving, and that dude's whole fucking head moves. You even see the fucking milk carton shake a little bit.
Yep.
And I was just like, damn. You can see the fucking blade moving in the back of his head up against the wall. I was like, fuck. Yeah, that shit, it did. It freaked me out when I was a kid.
So, how do y'all feel about John telling Terminator he can't terminate?
I thought that was an interesting twist from the original, because in the original he's clearly there and he's killing like literally everybody. He doesn't give a shit. But in this one, you have this perfect killing machine that's now being told he can't kill, at least humans anyway. And it's cool to see him kind of work around that, especially when they're inside whatever, god damn it, Cyberdyne, and he takes the minigun and keeps the police at bay without killing any of them. I thought that was awesome.
Yeah, I liked it better when Vash the Stampede did it, but he was all right. I did laugh at fucking John being like, "You can't do it because I said so. Just trust me." And I'm like, dude, if your parents said that to you, you would tell them that was whack. And here you are,
he's a robot.
using. So?
I'm sorry, my favorite scene is when he shot the guard in the knees and then turned around to John and said he'll live.
That was
he might live.
I found a loophole, bitch.
He could still get infections. Those medical bills are going to be killer. Well, it's 1991. They won't be too bad, but still, you could have damaged him walking permanently. You've severely lowered his quality of life. Like, fuck you.
He's going to be a cripple for the rest of his life. If he's not in a wheelchair, he's going to be walking around on those crutches with arm.
Yeah,
strap.
and the business he worked for just got blown the fuck up. So don't think that business is going to be taking care of him.
Hell no, there's no workman's comp in this job, you motherfucker.
No, there usually is, but not when your whole fucking building gets blown up. Company's not going to take care of you. The government's going to let them not do anything because they basically had a terrorist attack on them. And I'm pretty sure that...
By the way, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, and I'm pretty sure that much like acts of God, terrorist attack will kind of let you slide with most shit. Insurance-wise.
Did y'all notice when fucking the T-1000 was flying the fucking helicopter and shooting and stuff at the same time that he had another arm?
Wait, what?
Yes, I did. He did the 3-arm thing.
Mm-hmm. You never noticed that, Jay?
Fucking, what am I, 34? Probably watched the movie. When did it come out? How many years of watching this movie and I never noticed the third fucking arm?
Mm-hmm.
Oh fuck! I just thought about this. The
Damn.
The guy they shot in the legs was not working at the Skynet place. He was at the mental facility, so he actually will get workers' comp.
I was just gonna let you run with that.
Well, I appreciate it because it was funny, but yeah, I just realized that because I was looking at my notes and realized that was in the same place that I wrote. Mercury opening an elevator with the arms of Gigan from the Godzilla movies is perfect.
Actually, like fucking 3 of my favorite special effects in the movies was when goddamn he becomes the floor, and he rises up off the floor to become the fucking red-haired guard dude. That was fucking great. I love that scene. My second favorite special effect was when right after that he fucking sticks his finger up and shoots that goddamn piece of metal straight through that dude's face. I was like, oh my god, that's fucked up. That, and then damn the one where he like molds himself through the fucking hole in the goddamn helicopter. Those 3 after, obviously, the one where he pins the dude with the milk carton up against the wall. But when he goes into the helicopter and then while he's still metallic, he turns and looks at the pilot and says, "Get out," and the pilot just jumps out.
Yeah.
Those were 3 of my favorites of the special effects. All 3 of those looked awesome.
I really like the sound the coffee machine makes. Just want to point that out. Sarah
it was his lucky day.
Yeah, Sarah is a dick to her son, and that's what's wrong with his eyes. I'm trying to look through my notes to find all the shit I wanted to talk about. I guess we need to talk about the dream sequence. I didn't care for it. It might be because I don't really like Sarah. But you're going to tell me that blast tore apart all those buildings, but the righty horse spring thing was perfectly fine while everyone else turned to dust? Get the fuck out of here.
I never really thought about it.
I noticed it right away, and it bothered the living hell out of me. But no, I didn't get an emotional rise out of that scene. I didn't care that it was Sarah looking at what her life would have been had she had remained ignorant, and her accepting that her fate, while if she would have remained ignorant, would have ended in the destruction of the world, so to speak. And I was like, okay, I get your point. I get what you're saying. I think the movie already gave us that in more subtle ways than shoving it right in our face. But whatever. How did y'all feel about this dream sequence? Jay, what do you think?
I'm a big fan of it. I thought it was done really well, scientific inaccuracies aside. Especially the first time I watched it, and like everyone's just playing in the playground. She's like, "Ah, what a nice day," and then all of a sudden everyone starts dying and melting and shit, and nobody's listening to her. Like I can just imagine how terrifying that must be. That you see something happening, you're trying to warn everybody, and they're just going about their day and not even acknowledging that you exist, and then you fucking explode. That's terrible.
Yeah, it's like Rorschach in The Watchmen. Kenneth, what about you?
It didn't hit me on an emotional level from Sarah Connor's perspective. From that point of view, it was just part of the movie. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I thought the special effects, the digital effects for how she came apart, like caught fire and then flew apart and whatever, I thought that was really cool. But I can remember watching this movie and thinking to myself, even with the scientific inaccuracies, I can think to myself, my God, how fucked up that must have been for people that have actually been through something like that.
I hate to tell you this, people who have actually been through that, they're dead.
No, exactly. But what I'm saying is, think about Hiroshima, Nagasaki, those places.
Yeah, the people like around it that don't go through it, but have to deal with the aftermath of it, they get it the worst. But the people who actually went through it are dead.
Yeah, but either way, however you want to look at it. You can look at it like that, like the people that actually were right next to the bomb going off, that they didn't feel a fucking thing, which they probably didn't. The people that were further out, all they saw was that bright ass fucking flash, and then they were gone. And then you had the people that were further out from that died from radiation poisoning, watching their bodies fall apart, all the rest of that stuff. Awful, absolutely awful. And so that is what I think about every time I watch that scene. Every time I watch it, scientific inaccuracies aside. That's what I think about. I think about the fucking the shit that I've watched in the documentaries that I watch on that kind of thing, where all that's left of some of these people's is their shadows that are burning the ground or burn on concrete walls and stuff like that. It's fucking insane.
Personally, if I gotta go, I wouldn't mind being literally standing right next to the bomb.
I can't disagree with you for that. Because like I said, those people that were right next to it probably didn't feel shit. They didn't even know what happened. It was just it. It was over. Within less than a second. Just, that's it.
Yeah.
But either way, man, I mean, it's just that level of destruction is fucking mind-boggling to me. It's fucking crazy.
Did you... Okay, but to my point, the message they were trying to convey that I was talking about with Sarah Connor, do y'all feel like y'all needed that directly pointed to your face, or did you feel like you already had that from her character in the movie?
I just thought it was a powerful way to open the movie.
Open the movie? We're halfway through the movie.
I think he's talking about...
the dream sequence, it starts at the beginning.
No, I'm talking about the dream sequence where everything blows up, where she's looking at herself.
That was at the beginning, too.
No, that's in the middle of the movie.
No, the only thing you see at the beginning of the movie is you see the fucking everything on fire through the opening
The
credits.
beginning of the movie is in the future with John Connor fighting against the resistance.
Maybe I'm thinking of maybe it's different. I don't know. Now I'm confused. I
Okay.
could have sworn I remember watching a version of this where that happens at the beginning, and then also.
Okay, what scene do you think I'm talking about?
When she's like on the fence, shaking it and screaming at the kids, and
Okay,
then they
I'm
all
just
explode.
making sure. Yeah, I don't know how. No,
the way
the
the movie,
movie
the way
is
the
Skynet.
movie starts off is you got the opening monologue, which takes place in the future that Jerry's talking about, where you see a Terminator crush a human skull when it walks on it, and you see John Connor's face and stuff. And then when the monologue's over, you see the face of the Terminator coming through, where you start seeing all the stuff that's on fire, the playground and all the rest of that. Jerry's fucking spring animal fucking swinging back and forth while it's on fire, and then that opening scene ends with the Terminator's face coming through the fire, and then you see the metal thing slam down, and it's the front of a fucking 18-wheeler. That's the beginning of the movie.
Yeah, and that's not a dream sequence. That's
No.
the future.
I know. Wow.
That scene, the scene where she has the dream sequence, it's after they're already down around Mexico or in Mexico.
Yeah, so I knew it happened then. I could have sworn it also happened at the beginning. Like it was just expanded on later. Damn. My brain's fucked up right now, man.
No, okay, so to my point, the dream sequence represents her looking at what her normal life would have been had she have remained ignorant of Skynet, the Terminator, her son's role, and all of that, and it ending with the world's destruction, and her having to watch that go through, and her having to accept her fate. Do you think that needed to put that in your face, or do you think that was well established throughout other parts in the movie, especially with her doing her thing right afterwards, where the no fate but what you make kind of shit?
So I don't think it was necessary, but I also don't feel like it was overkill. You know what I mean? Like the movie would be fine without it, but I don't feel like it's a detriment to the movie because it's in it. All
right, Kenneth?
I actually like the fact that it's in there. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think that it is well established, the turmoil that she's going on inside and shit like that. I mean, she goes into it when they're watching that video of her and the thing. But I do like the fact that they visualize what she's talking about when she's in there. So I'm kind of half and half with it. I think the movie would have still been good if it hadn't been in there, but I like the fact that it was there.
All right, so now I'm going to tell you something. Before she has that dream, she has this inner monologue talking about father figures for her child, and how she basically says the Terminator is a better father figure to her son than real people, which is her admitting that Skynet can make a better human being than human beings can.
Okay.
Okay, well, that just fucking fell on deaf ears.
Well, it makes a machine that has a blank slate, and you can teach it whatever you want.
Okay, so y'all aren't getting the connection.
It has to follow commands. So John tells it it's not killing because it has a moral want to not kill. It's not killing because its controller told it not to.
Think about... Okay, never mind.
What? Were you making a joke and I just missed it?
No, I'm making a serious point, but it doesn't seem to be connecting.
Well, just help me explain it. We don't need to give up.
Okay. When she's talking about Terminator, she's not talking about him following commands or a blank slate. She's talking about the immorality of human beings. She's talking about her own failures. And she's talking about how the perfection of machines are working much better to do what we want them to do, and then they take what we want them to do and perfect that. So even with her doing what John wants her to do, or what he's programmed by future John to do, he is a better person than what any person she's ever chosen to be in her life could be. Right after this, she has the dream where she gets to see her life as a regular person, being a human being, still being wiped out by the assuming I think we all agree the explosion is caused by Skynet, still being taken away and destroyed by Skynet, because Skynet is still perfection. And that's why she also flips out and then goes to destroy Miles, because she's also seeing in herself why Skynet chose to do what it did and why it decided to delete humans, because she sees the fallacies, she sees the wrong in human beings.
Okay.
There's this huge connection. So I was trying to, my point of saying it all was to point out how that scene is not actually about her, that I think, and I don't know if anyone's ever talked about this, but I think the triad of those three things together make that scene way greater than what it looks like on the surface. And when I was originally bringing up the surface part of it, I was wondering if one of y'all would come back with the thing that I saw, the human versus machine, and the perfection, and the her admitting to herself that the machine did it better, having to deal with that, having, like, when you have a really fucked up thought and it makes you kind of relook at yourself, and then what your actions you take right after that are.
Basically, in a nutshell, she's fucking pissed off at herself because she agrees with the way that the machines think.
Yes, and it causes a morality issue with her that's influenced in the dream she has, which goes into her PTSD, anxiety, and stress, in which she makes the choice to go kill Miles, which is completely against what John Connor, I mean, not that she, I don't know if she actually knows that Terminator can't kill, but that her son is showing where the machines are wrong, because he knows that as a human, he can't take another life. And yet his mom was going to do exactly what the machines would have done and killed who they deemed were responsible. I guess the machines would have killed them as not wanting to be here, but a nuisance. How the machines would have straight up killed John Connor. She's now going to do the exact same thing as the machines would have done and killed Miles Dyson.
I mean, that really is, that is actually a really deep way of looking at the whole thing, and it makes perfect sense. Yeah. It really does. There are other things in there that kind of lead into that. You could take that whole thing and you could stitch it together into one quilt, or you could take down little pieces of it and pull it apart and still see other little obvious morality things. You know, like you could take the part what you were talking about John, you know what I'm saying, going out there and making sure that she doesn't kill Miles, even though Miles ends up dying anyway. But going out there, you know, because he you know, the Terminator says killing Dyson may actually prevent the war, and he's just like, haven't you figured it out yet, blah blah blah. And so you got your little thing right there that kind of leads up into, you see those small things that are leading up to the person that John's going to be and why he is where he is. Why he becomes what he becomes. So you got that little morality thing, and then you got other little morality things, but I've never stitched them all together like you did just now, which is actually pretty damn good. So kudos to you.
Yeah, and you could actually sit back and look at her, the way she's treated in the hospital, as to what maybe subconsciously put her on the way of thinking of being anti-human, how she's treated, them not believing her, and her stay in the hospital could ultimately be what pushed her towards being, quote unquote, anti-human. But then dealing with the moral dilemmas and seeing the Christ-like savior in her son, him having, he'll steal all your fucking money. Don't get me wrong, but he won't kill you. So
and you hear that, and you hear this out there, people in goddamn podcast land. This is all coming out of a person that has said he hated the movie for like the past 5 years.
Longer than that, 10, 15 years.
Exactly. And this is what he comes up with. This fucking weaving of all this stuff that comes together like we're doing another fucking Last House on the Left.
Oh, yeah. My weaving at Last House on the Left, fucking legendary.
So, you know, I mean, I can't sit here and I mean, man, you found something in the movie that, hell, as many times as I've watched it, and I'm sure as many times as Jay has watched it, because between the two of us,
dude, I didn't even notice the third arm. You think I made this deep ass connection that Jerry made?
I mean, but I'm just saying. I mean, it's just, you know, it's one of those things, man, where I honestly think that just by this, you should give more of these movies, man, a lot more credit, and give them more of a shot. I'm
I
not
mean,
talking
I'll
about like
watch American Ninja
or the-
1. I just don't know if I'm going to find something deep in American Ninja.
That's ironic that you and I both were going to that, and it's like, but I'm not talking about movies like that. You know what I'm saying? Like American Ninja or fucking Top Gun. I mean, what's deep in Top Gun? Not a fucking thing. But there are other ones out there, man, that are like this, and now I've got a whole new perspective when I watch it.
Yeah,
so, appreciate it.
Yeah, and you can also go into the dilemma of thought crimes, because technically Sarah was going to kill Dyson to her based off of truth and facts, but it's, what is that movie, Minority Report? Is that the one where they kill people for thought crimes?
No, they like freeze them or...
Oh, okay, whatever. That's still basically killing you. But it's funny, during that whole scene, Sarah Connor starts losing her shit as Dyson's talking about it. And John the whole time just is like cool as a cucumber. Has that shit under control.
Well, he grew up hearing it. He's like, mom's just having an episode.
Well, no, I know, but he even like tells her, Mom, shut the fuck up. Let's let him finish what we're saying and we'll find a calm solution. You can tell there are, not only do you see the morality in him, but you see the leadership skills and leadership ability to calmly, rationally think out what they're going to do already in development in this scene.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. I mean, when I was going to that thing you can see so many different. That's one of the things that I think they did very well in this movie, is how you can see him growing into who he's going to be. And they totally fucked it up after this.
Yeah, because throughout I don't know what they do later on, but the only weakness he really has in this movie is his father figure. That's when he cries. That's when he has issues. He has father issues, kind of mama issues too. But like really, once he gets over that, he's already pretty much a fucking great leader.
Right, and see, the guy that they get to play John in the third one, the way that he's portrayed and stuff like that, all that is completely lost. I mean, it's completely lost. I mean, if you want to watch it, watch it. It's fucking terrible. I can't even remember the dude's name. But then you got Claire Danes next to him. You know, Claire Danes becomes his love interest, and I don't think she'd do a good job. I mean, I really think that the third one was garbage. And then the one that came out, even though I liked it as a sci-fi movie, but Terminator Salvation.
Is that the one with Emilia Clarke? Or is that the one with
Christian Bale?
Christian Bale.
I'm asking Game of Thrones characters here. Because Emilia Clarke,
it has Batman in it.
Yeah, but
no. Emilia Clarke. Okay, give me names of the characters in Game of Thrones.
No, that's Genesis. He's thinking of Genesis.
That's Daenerys, right?
Okay, yes, and then Cersei plays Sarah Connor also, but I think hers in the TV show. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, question: are you jumping out of the helicopter and taking the risk of smacking the pavement, or are you gonna stick with Mercury?
I'm jumping the fuck out.
I'm out the helicopter, bro. I'm gonna die anyway.
So the shootout scene with a helicopter, I will admit, that was actually boring the shit out of me.
Get out.
But it actually like changed and evolved and moved forward, leaving that behind with well than enough time for me. I think in most action movies that scene would have went longer. And I'm really glad it didn't. Surprisingly, I didn't take many fucking notes at all during the Skynet building when they were actually in there destroying shit and getting stuff ready. So I've got to say that's probably a good thing. So we're going to go into... What?
There really wasn't a whole lot to talk about them being in there. I mean, other than the fact of Miles dying and blowing shit up. I mean, visually, from a special effects standpoint, I mean... There really wasn't a whole lot to it.
Yeah. So, not to harp on the science shit again, but Kenneth and I were having a conversation about Mercury. And, we were talking about what technology is being used to do that. And I was like, well, technically it could be nanotechnology. Now I'm here to say there's no way it's fucking nanotechnology because there's no way nanotechnology would have survived the extreme cold of liquid nitrogen and then the extreme heat of molten lava. I could see it maybe surviving liquid nitrogen, but going into extreme cold to extreme heat, not many circuit boards are going to have that work, even nanotechnology ones.
I don't know enough about nanotechnology to be able to have this conversation.
I barely know enough. I know enough to bullshit the conversation and act like I'm smarter than you. But I literally just Googled it before I said it. So
that's
my guess would be
life.
that it's a metal that's always liquid with one control chip inside of it that can move at will. And so that's the control chip decides when it's going to be solid, what form it takes, how to make its weapons, its thought process, and then when it's damaged, it just moves it out of the way where the damage is going to be.
What, does that have fucking NFC so when it goes into 100 different parts, it all comes back together?
Sure. I don't know. I fucking
because it would have, because that's not how NFC works, or Bluetooth. You would have to have a transmitter in each piece. Like, I'm just like, I don't want to harp too much on it because it's not. They give you enough explanation of what he can and can't do that it makes me forgive them. Like, not want to. I just wanted to bring it up real quick that while we don't get a full explanation, because I think Kenneth, didn't you say something about there is a deleted scene or something like that that actually does talk about there being like some kind of central processing unit or something in him?
There's something in there somewhere, just like in the special features, you get to see where his fucking camouflage glitches.
Yeah.
So there's something about it, but I was actually thinking about what fucking Jay just said, where you've got a fucking control chip, for lack of a better thing, being the only thing that's solid in there, and if it's constantly in motion, the likelihood that it would get destroyed is very, very slim.
Oh, I don't disagree there. I'm trying to say, how does he make his pieces come back together when they're blown apart? Like, and I like when he's melted and it shows all the fucking mercury droplets come back together.
Yeah.
I mean, unless there's some kind of form of magnetism, but
I don't know. I can't come up with a science fiction explanation for that one.
That's actually a very, very good theory. If you think about it like that, that's actually a good theory to have some form of magnetism, because most metals, unless they're fucking non-ferrous, most metals actually do. Yeah. Anything that is a ferrous material always has some kind of magnetic field around it all the time.
Yeah, and you wouldn't have to make it super strong magnetism for them to roll together, which would keep other things from sticking to them.
Right.
Though it could still happen.
Right, but if they're within the general vicinity of each other, you know, if he's conscious, for lack of a better term, then he would be able to keep anything else that's a ferrous material from attracting to him, except for bits and pieces of himself.
Yeah, kind of like a magnetic screwdriver.
Yeah.
Not strong enough to stick to the fridge, but it'll pick up your nail.
Right, yep. Exactly. So different pieces of himself, because like, and this may be just, you know, him stepping into a certain direction, but when John throws the piece of him off the back of the car and he walks up, it's almost like he pushes his foot towards it to make it easier for it to get back to the rest of it.
Maybe I'd have to rewatch that scene because I didn't really think of the magnetism thing until after the frozen mercury, which frozen mercury, dude, was awesome.
Yeah, it was.
That was fucking great.
And it's breaking apart and shit.
Have either one of y'all ever played with mercury before? I mean, not like literally, like physically, but damn, like in a
glass jar kind of thing.
I drank a thermometer once and I felt sick for a while.
God damn, Jay.
And now I know why Jay thinks the dream sequence is at the beginning.
You know what I always thought though with that frozen sequence? If they had just let him stay frozen, it would have taken him a lot longer to melt and be able to move again.
True.
Yeah. Also, if Mercury would have had a Google Assistant or an Amazon Alexa, he could have just been like, Alexa, call John. Instead of trying to make the mother do it.
Call to him.
But yeah, damn, you know, hell, I lost my train of thought. Never mind.
Okay, so let's get into the final scene of this movie. One, this movie does one of the best jobs at hiding an arm. I want to say that most movies do a fucking awful job of hiding an arm pre-CGI. I'm not sure if they hit his arm with CGI. I don't think they did. I don't know if either one of y'all know, but I thought they did do a good job of using the correct angles and all of that, so I didn't feel like I could see his arm underneath his jacket.
Right. Very, very good.
Dumbest nitpick ever, but they are not sweaty enough to be next to all this molten metal, for the record.
I never really thought about it.
They're not even, dude. They're not even breaking a sweat like at all. Like they don't even have a nice glisten to them. Like if this was a fucking deodorant commercial, I'd buy that deodorant right now.
You're talking about John and Sarah, right?
Yes. No. Well, obviously, I don't think Arnold Schwarzenegger sweats in this movie.
But I mean, I was going. No, because fucking when you see John, his hair's all fucking matted to his goddamn head. There's shit dripping off of his fucking face.
No, dude, I rewinded it. He's not that sweaty. I watched this ending scene twice. Oh, okay. Technically 2.5. I fell asleep during it the first time. Because it was really fucking boring. And then I rewatched it again, and I was rewatching my second time. About halfway through it, about right where he's telling her to call John, I was like, why are they like not even wet? Like they should be fucking dripping in sweat right now. And so I rewound it and back to Frozen Mercury Man and watched it from there. And I was just like, okay, I'm going to write this down, but I'm also going to point out that this is the dumbest nitpick I've ever made.
I'm watching it right now.
Okay. Look, they don't look sweaty. Like I'm watching probably not the best Blu-ray, but it is. I was watching a Blu-ray of Terminator 2. I was watching it on my 4K player. So everything looked fucking clean and crisp, but they just did not look sweaty to me. Like you would be fucking poor. And I know they can't do them like pouring sweat like that fucking, skit from Key and Peele where they just have fucking water. The one that always gets used in the Keanu Reeves like Thanos killing John Wick's dog one.
Yeah.
And y'all give me shit about the Prowler, and here I am looking for sweat.
You're welcome. So, the T-100, aka Mercury, the Living God.
1000.
What?
T-1000.
What did I say?
T-100.
T-100. Okay, T-1000. Sorry, I had the wrong calculator.
I mean, I gotta say, man, John looks like a honey baked ham.
No, he does not. Get out of here. You just want to glaze them yourself. You're not fucking.
Oh, no.
Fuck out of here. The T-1000 death scene is basically the thing.
Yeah, that's true, but it's still cool.
I do not like this death scene. Well, hear me out. It makes it feel less like a computer and more like a monster. It's making it have feel pain, and you could say it's like computer program is freaking out or something. I just don't think that it doesn't work. It makes him like a monster instead of a robot, a computer. And I understand they did it to make it more thematic, but you didn't do that for fucking Schwarzenegger's death. He just gave a thumbs up when he died.
Yeah, I was just fixing to say he just had a lot more grace, and I mean, I like I said, I agree with you.
Like if they would have taken out the screaming and it would have just been the thing making all the fucking movements because it doesn't know how to properly react, would have been fine. I would have been fine with it. But the screaming ruined it.
To be fair, every time his head is blown open, he makes that noise.
No, he doesn't. I was just watching it.
No, I don't remember him making that noise up until...
I'm pretty sure he made not as extreme, but when he hits him with a shotgun as he opens the elevator, he makes that noise, and he makes the same noise when she hits him with the grenade at the end.
I agree with Jerry. I don't think that the look of fear or in any of those instances, because there's another spot where he takes the grenade like you were talking about to the belly and it blows him on all fucked up looking. He's got this weird fucking scared look on his face. I agree with Jerry. I don't think that fits. I don't think it should be there. I don't.
Yeah.
He's a fucking machine, man. He ain't got no fear.
Yeah.
I completely
like,
agree with Jerry.
That's fair.
Arnold Schwarzenegger at the end of this movie also has no fear, even though he has grown to have a small understanding of human emotion.
Now I know why you cry.
Like, basically, they're like, yeah, they don't know God, and then we know the value of a human life, and I'm just like, yeah, but America's quote is, we know the value of human life, we just don't care. And so I really didn't think, after watching this movie, I didn't really care for the ending. I thought it was fine. There's just a few small tweaks I would have changed, like the screaming of the T-1000. I would have made him more sweatier, stuff like that. So I will say I did end up enjoying the movie. I can see myself watching it again, probably not for a long time, because to be honest, I feel like I've gotten everything that I would get out of this movie. So if I watch it again, I may see a couple of small subtleties. But guys, when I say I paid attention to this movie, because I was ready to fucking annihilate y'all. I was like, I'm going into this motherfucker. I'm going to pay so much goddamn attention. And I'm going to point out every reason this fucking movie is dumb. So I was hardcore. Like, I wasn't going in negative. Like, I'm going to be a terrible. But it was more the mindset. I wanted to go in making sure I paid so much attention to catch everything that was going down that I would be able to respond to anything y'all said. And it backfired. I ended up really enjoying the story, while there were parts that kind of really slowed down to me. Funny enough, it was a lot of the action sequences and not a lot of the dialogue story scenes. I really ended up enjoying the movie. It doesn't blow me away. I do understand the special effects for the time were amazing, fantastic. I mean, it was before Jurassic Park, because I feel like Jurassic Park is the next.
Got liquid dripping off of him.
He does not. That is your saliva as you're drooling over this young boy.
It's where fucking Sarah's sitting up top, putting the fucking damn shells in the shotgun.
Does Sarah have sweat?
I wasn't paying attention to her as much.
So you're paying attention to the little boy and not the woman.
Hey, man, I'm just pointing out the fact that I started off with this
and by saying that he was adequately perspiring. Okay?
I don't think he was, but okay.
I mean, literally, right now. All right. God damn it.
No, it's okay. We'll leave it to the audience. Let me get back to the point here. So I do feel like I came away with all I would really get from this movie. I do understand the special effects for this movie are amazing and they're groundbreaking. Every couple of years a movie comes out that really groundbreaks and pushes special effects, with I think Jurassic Park being the next movie to really push special effects. And I do feel really actually proud that I found something that I was able to connect these pieces into this thing. That's something where at least with Kenneth, he kind of saw it, but he never he saw the puzzle, but he never opened it to actually try to put the parts together. And Jay, I don't know, because you thought the dream sequence was in the beginning.
Man, maybe I'm remembering the extended edition or something like that, and things are a little rearranged. But I could have sworn. I don't know. I don't even want to try and make excuses anymore.
So I'm proud that I was able to fully go into this movie and come out with a very deep understanding that you can't say any RoboCop shit to me, because I know I still got to go back and redo RoboCop and try to find these deep meanings. So we'll see what happens. Are you on the fence that there are no deep meanings in RoboCop?
I don't think there's really that many things that aren't just right out in your face in RoboCop. It's still enjoyable.
Oh well, I don't know. People that dude. Shout out to fucking dude on YouTube. Hold on, I gotta pull up his name because it's fucking. He is awesome. He's the one that gave us
that Facebook group real quick while you're at it.
Go fuck yourself. Heavy Systems Inc. on YouTube. Because he went off on all the deepness. He explained all the deepness to me in RoboCop that Jay was not able to. Like he typed out this whole fucking long thing. He's a big Jerry Hates Action fan. He typed out this huge fucking thing about the wrestling archetypes that Kenneth and I are fulfilling on this show. Let me look at this fucking. This is. Oh, wow. It looks like they misted his hair a little bit so they could cut it.
Bullshit!
Get the fuck out of here.
Goddamn sweat all over his fucking face.
Get the fuck out of here.
But goddamn, if I had a 4K TV, goddamn, I'd be able to see all that shit too, you dick. It's there. It is there, motherfucker. It is there. I am looking at it right now. There is fucking sweat all over his fucking face. So fuck you, fuck that, fuck off.
All right. Okay. Do y'all have any last things you want to say about Terminator 2 that does not pertain to Kenneth being right and or wrong about sweat?
Dick.
Jay, do you have any last comments?
No. I'm glad that you came away with how you came away. I'm very
glad I came. I'm proud of me too. For everyone who says that I'm too nitpicky with action movies and I just don't know how to watch action movies, I proved that I know how to watch action movies. But I know some of you are still out there going, yeah, but that was a sci-fi one. It wasn't a straight action movie. You need to watch, like in Expendable movies to really understand the subtle context of an action movie. No, go fuck yourself. Okay.
Aliens next.
I think we are going to do Aliens next because I do have a big issue with Aliens, and I did watch Aliens again, like in 2017 when Alien Covenant came out because I loved Alien Covenant. So we are probably going to be doing Aliens soon. So because me and Kenneth got into a disagreement about
because they mostly come out at night, mostly.
No, about Ripley, and her wearing sunglasses at night. But no, Ripley's character development in that movie. So we will probably do Aliens. If there's movies you want us to tackle that you're like, oh, Jerry, what do you think about this action movie? Or Jerry, I've heard you talk shit about this action movie. You need to do it. Let us know. What were you going to say, Jay?
Oh, no, sorry. I got to be better about cutting you off. I was going to say, I can't wait till we get to The Matrix.
Oh, fuck me.
Yeah,
Jesus.
we still got to do that one next.
So I say, how about we do The Matrix next and we break up the James Cameron movies and then we do Aliens after that?
All right, I guess we're doing The Matrix. I don't think I own The Matrix.
Don't worry, I'll get you a copy.
I was going to say, we can fix that for you.
Hey, it's out on 4K if someone wants to buy me the 4K Blu-ray so I can truly experience every small, minute element in it.
And have a 4K TV.
I see. Okay, I'll tell you what. Go ahead and buy it for me. Send it to me, and then when you get a 4K Blu-ray player and 4K TV, I'll send it back to you.
No, that's not how this is gonna work.
Oh, damn. Yeah. So, I guess we're doing The Matrix next time, whenever that is, because Jerry Hates Action is a show we just kind of do.
It's our breakup show.
Whenever we just need to step away from horror, have a little bit more fun, I guess. Even though I still like horror way better than action, but it's a nice little breakup to keep us from going insane. It helps us with burnout, because if you just do horror, sometimes you just burn the fuck out, and it's good to do. Now I've got Underwater Kaiju from Outer Space, which I'm recording right after this show. That helps me with the breakup, but Jerry Hates Action also helps them with the burnout that can happen. So yeah, like I said, if you've got stuff that you want to see us cover on here, let us know. I don't know what the next Kill the Cast episode is because it may be Horror Coliseum, it may be something else.
The Matrix in 4K is on its way to your house.
Oh my fucking god!
That's awesome, dude.
It will be there Tuesday.
And about The Matrix.
Aren't you off work on Tuesday?
Well, I am off work on Tuesday.
It will be there Tuesday.
Fuck. Okay. All right. In March. It might be the last weekend of March, or it may be the weekend. Actually, I'm not going to promise March because the 2 weekends in the middle of March, we will not be recording because Jay's going to be somewhere one weekend and I'm going to be in Georgia one weekend. So March actually might be a slight minimalist month for us.
Hell, I might ride up to your house and watch The Matrix in 4K with you. I think that'd be badass.
You
That's
fucking
true.
lucky bastards living so
we
close
we
together.
could do that. So I don't know what's coming in March. We'll at least have like 2 episodes out, of course. But I don't know what's next. So with that being said, thank you for listening. Jerry Hates Action. I hope I made you all proud. I hope I could do to you what you do to me. I don't know where I'm going with this. So y'all all have a great fucking day, night, wherever you're listening this to. As soon as you get done listening, you should probably go jack off to some porn to further capitalize on the harmonious nature that this podcast has brought you to. That's all I've got. Anybody got anything else?
Nope. That's good.
I think John Connor's fucking deodorant didn't work with a shit.
Oh, god damn it!